After a stellar high school career, you end up choosing Auburn as your college commitment. Talk about your decision to go to Auburn.
So I kind of, both of my parents taught at my high school, and my dad was my coach. My dad taught at my high school, and my dad was my dad. So I felt that me going away would give me some maturity to kind of, learn to fend for myself kind of mentality. So I was kind of interested in looking at a school that's far away. And I was like, okay, where's the best conference? The SEC, hands down. So, and then in addition to that, I made the World Junior team. I was actually made the finals in 200 meters for the United States. And when I made that USA team, Harvey Glantz was the head coach of the World Junior team. And Harvey Glantz was also an Olympic gold medalist, Auburn alumni, Auburn head coach. And he kind of took me under his wing, and I really admired him as a person, as a coach, and as, a motivator and leader. So because of that, I decided that it was in my best interest to, choose Auburn over, USC, UCLA, Arizona State, and all, the University of Texas, all those other schools, Stanford, which I all got, offers from, University of North Carolina, everywhere. So I chose to go to Auburn. I wanted to go to a school that was in the SEC, that had a solid program, and then also had a coach that would, be there for me and show that support. So that was nice. So that's what happened. Chose Auburn because of that.
I think just looking back at it, it was a little bit of a shock. I'm just looking at let's say being a track fan back then, and how big you were at the time. UCLA, I think, was still coming off national championships. John Smith was still the coach there. USC was coming back. So, I think it was a little bit of shock because I didn't recall anyone ever going to Auburn from California, so you were like a trendsetter and trailblazer. But I think it was shocking to see you leave the West Coast or not be a UCLA or USC.
Right. A lot of people were shocked, and a lot of them don't understand that. Also, my roommate at Auburn was Aaron Richburg.
Oh, wow.
And, Aaron Richburg was probably the only person to ever beat Granville. He probably is, actually. He is the only person.
we talked about that in the Granville interview. Huge part about him and Aaron Richburg. Wow. Yeah, that's right. Because Aaron went there.
Yes, and we were roommates. And also Robbie Wayhall, he was a pole vaulter and decathlete from Bakersfield. And I've known Robbie since I was little through club track. So he also went to Auburn. I actually spent some time with Robbie and his family a few weeks ago when we went out there for spring break for my kids. His sons took second in the state in the javelin, and he's a sophomore in high school. So, so he's still there in Auburn. But yeah, it was a few other Californians going there. So I'm like, oh, okay, there's some people from home that could, relate to the California mentality. And it just, I didn't feel the Pac-10 at the time. They didn't really have the competitiveness that I wanted. I wouldn't have been challenged competitively. Even exception of Otto Bolden, which he was graduating, and Gentry Bradley.
Yeah.
If you take those two guys out the way, even if you look at the Pac-10 times when I was involved in track and field, in collegiate track and field, none of those guys in the Pac-10 could have touched me with a 10-foot pole. So it was a good decision because it was a lack of competitiveness in the 100 and 200 meters in the Pac-10. But the SEC, I had horses there. You had some serious sprinters. I had to deal with John Capels and the Kobe Millers and, the Tim Hardens.
Yeah. I was going to say,